Ain't no fun since I quit drinking. Ain't no fun since I quit drinking. What up? All right, let me see. Hold on, I'm slow. There we go. What's the good? What up, Catcher? What up, Brianna? What up? Uh-oh. That don't taste right. I think I put... Damn it. I think I put the poop powder in there. What up, Neo? Yeah, that's weird. I think you should have been with them. No, what? It shouldn't. I did. I did. It wasn't the milk. I put freaking magnesium citrate. Look it up. It's what's in milk of magnesia. So I can, if I need to make my own. But unfortunately, it's right next to my creatine. So, and my freaking. So I just freaking hooked up my. I'm gonna be pooping soon. There he is. There he is. Lamb. All right, let's put some voice to text on real quick. Kaboom. Oh, kaboom. Kaboom. Where's my freaking wackadoo? There it is. There we go. All right. Lamb. All right, this is on control panel. Okay, yeah, it's working. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Missing high fructose corn syrup and cyanocobalamin. Duh, right?
Also save the date for May Day next Friday. Big announcements.
That's right. May Day. May Day. May Day. Ain't no fun since I quit drinking. Man, waking up. Tell you what. It's 1 o'clock.
What is May Day?
May 1st.
May is amazing.
May is amazing. Hit the like button. We're trying to get to 2,500 subs. I'm probably going to be pooping soon because I put freaking magnesium citrate in my coffee. Damn it.
It is amazing.
It is amazing. It's amazing. We're drinking coffee. Up at the butt
crack of noon.
That's exactly right. Butt crack of noon. I woke up earlier.
I would be just remade it.
I woke up at 8. But I went back to bed at 9.
May Day is a bad thing on the wrong context.
Tis the bad thing on the wrong context. Hit the like button. We're hitting the like button all freaking day. All day. All night long. Everyone you meet, we dancing in the street all night long. All night. All right, let's go check the chickens here. All right, and you just remade it. What is remade it? What up, John, brother? What up?
Wish I was as energetic as you, man.
Dude, I just woke up. I just woke up. Jeez. I tell you. And I just had my coffee. Yeah.
But Lamb does Cobb text right. There are 11 folks here remember liking a double tap.
Just a double tap. We'll try triple tap. See what that does. Try triple tap. Tap, 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 tap. All right. We're in the studio. All right. What am I forgetting?
Be happy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor John of Hama. Conan.
Not spelling.
Yeah, not spelling very good. Yeah, let's hit the lap button. Let's take some vitamin B12 here. Let's take some B12. Zan, what's up, XZND? XZND? XZ and D6.
HSHSHSHSHSHSHSHSHSHSHSHSHs.
That's right. HSHs. All right, let's take our B12. Our B12. Get some lights
First
on.
order of business before I even comment, I hit the like button, babe.
That's right.
Let us not abuse the bot today.
What are you talking
What
about?
up, dude?
What's going on, XZ and D? XZ and D. Let's take our B12.
Rich ILL, come on live at 9 p.m. your time tonight.
All right.
DHHDHCGDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDHDH.
Bam. Time out. Time out, children. We're having a adult conversation.
Wow.
Time out, children. We're having an adult conversation. I'm taking my B12 and checking on the chickens. All right, let's do that. All right, so I can float that in my hand. All right. Oh, where's my cat at, by the way?
ILL, try and check it out, lamb. I have notifs on. Sorry, I didn't have all messages on the filter. I would be timed out sooner, but I had to switch.
That's all right, girl. That's all right, girl. All right, look at the beauty, boy. Look at this. This is what we wake up to. Frickin' palm trees.
It automatically had it on top messages only at first.
Yeah, it does that automatically. Every news stream.
Why can T this voice pronounce abbreviations? It says can T and not can't.
Yeah, I agree.
Bush S baked beans.
Bush's baked beans.
Nice garden.
Thank you, XC&D. I got my chickens up here. I gotta check on. I gotta check my chickens.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful. I agree. See all my plants. There we go. Not only am I beautiful. Uh-oh. There's the chickens. Where you at, girls? Huh? What's up, baby? I hear you, girls. Where's Miss Black at? She's still roosting? I mean, brooding? Yeah. She does the same thing every time. I agree. I agree every time.
Mind you, can't could be a lot worse.
What up,
I am back. You got chickens.
I got chickens. I got everything. Yeah, baby, you are everything to me. Let's see if Brody's back here chilling
What
out.
even is the point of commenting a bunch of annoying letters? It is so pointless. You just get auto-blocked, cutting yourself off from the wonderful world of Richard.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people are of the devil. All right, what are you doing, girl? Get out of there. Time to go. It's time to go.
It must think an apostrophe adds a y at the end of each word. Don T can T shouldn't T couldn't T one T wouldn't T I am you re.
Right, you figure it would figure it out though. All right, we got
Evening
eggs.
feathery ladies.
All right, you got to get outside. Look, you can't be doing this. She's sick. She thinks she's having a baby egg, so she's stuck in brooding, but she's not eating or sleeping, or not eating or drinking. So if they get stuck in that loop, you gotta freaking help
Do
them
you
out.
have cows? BROOOOOOOO.
Yeah, boy. All right, you need to get. It's time for you to get some food and water. All right, up. Come on.
It's an apostrophe foo. Tell her to stop being a chicken. Chickens are dinosaurs.
Chickens ain't dinosaurs. Chickens are chickens. Do you? Isn't that crazy? Just because they found some feathers with a dinosaur once, they think chickens are dinosaurs. Look up the science. It's crazy. The chickens are dinosaurs. What's up? See, now the other girls come in. Check this out.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your meat. All right, so she
Shit and feathers everywhere.
She's been in there for 3 days. She's been in there for 3 days, so she doesn't come out to eat or anything, right? Because she thinks
cranes are way more likely to be related to dinosaurs.
Right. Yeah, not chickens. So the wackadoo, when the chickens think chickens lay eggs every day. The hens lay eggs every day. If they don't hatch, They're not babies. If they're not fertilized, they won't
Yes,
hatch.
chickens are biologically classified as dinosaurs.
They should not be anymore. So late 2025, they found more DNA from a Tyrannosaurus rexes. In 2004, we found meat on a Tyrannosaurus
Feed those
Tyrannosaurus
chickens
rex
to
bone.
make snake.
So what's being
Yes, they
taught
are.
and what's being created and taught are two different things. Oddly enough, look at the 2004 Mary Ricketson not 2000.
Cranes can work well on
2004
construction sites.
Tyrannosaurus rex found with meat, and now we found many more dinosaurs.
They are dinosaurs.
That still smell bad. They still stink. You can still smell the rot.
Every day,
So we
wow.
found much more DNA, and they're not related. But what you're being taught now is not what's in the research colleges, the research universities that are creating the education that the colleges teach. They're 20 years ahead of what's being taught because it costs a lot of money to set up a curriculum, set up school books, labs and whatnot, and teach them. So that has to change.
Non-stop. They are direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs, a group that includes Tyrannosaurus rex.
Right. So now they found the meat, blood vessels, and things on a
They are
Tyrannosaurus
direct
rex.
descendants of
2004.
theropod dinosaurs,
They
a
have
group that
updated.
includes
They
Tyrannosaurus
do
rex.
not have that genetic proof yet.
Who's
They
your
don't have
favorite
proof.
chicken?
My favorite chicken is fried.
Hello
Right.
from Wales,
What
UK.
up, itching to scratch? We got another UK guy in there. Lovely land.
Colleges say a man can be a woman. I went to the library last week. I asked the librarian where the books about
Colleges say a
paranoia are.
man-
She said right behind
Exactly.
Lol, same
Exactly.
roo.
Exactly. Colleges say so. The research universities make the
you.
education that we get
B-R-O-O-O-O-O-O.
taught. Bro. All right. What am I doing? All right. So now we got
Colleges say a man can be a woman.
But people have to know.
Don't because pillendologist in the ass.
People don't know. I'm ready. Colleges say it. I love freaking the internet. What are you bitching at,
FFS.
chickens?
Is this propaganda? Colleges
No.
are retarded.
But
Good afternoon.
so everything's propaganda.
Shout
to some
out
point.
Sweden. Why are we
But
repeating
not here.
ourselves?
I don't do any propaganda. I used to work for the movie industry for 15 years making propaganda, and that's what I'm doing here now. I'm here to correct the record.
Men can't be women.
No! They can't be frickin' women, you bunch of wackadoos. The Republicans are
Sell
going to be
me some
convinced
fresh
this
chicken
Democratic
meat.
wackadoo.
Everything S in retarded in a sense.
Yes.
Wow. That would be been funny if I could spell. I went to the library last week. I asked the librarian where the books about paranoia are. She said right behind you.
Right behind you. Jam, that is alive. Comes with the freaking That's funny. That's funny. All right.
I am back.
I guess I'm yelling here. What up, Josiah? All right, look at my big ass freaking battery pack. Look at that thick boy. Yeah, all right.
Matt is alive and has arrived.
Matt is alive, has arrived.
Katra's smiling face with hearts.
All right,
Mostly, what are you yelling about? Nobody brought up men being women.
You didn't
You
see
can
it?
leave propaganda, but propaganda does not leave you.
Yeah,
Nice.
somebody
Shout
did
out
absolutely bring
Sweden.
up men being women, you wackadoo. You can leave propaganda, but propaganda does not leave you. That's right, and they know about it. They know about that.
No, I didn't see it.
Just shout out Sweden. I didn't see it. I'm just gonna.
Chickens
bitch
share a
about
common
it.
ancestor with extinct dinosaurs and have retained reptilian traits like brooding behaviors. My bad, I am
You
busy
can't-
with my doors.
Listen, hold on. Let's say this. Let's say
Sweden.
this. How
Man,
do they
it's
know?
exciting to
Hold
see
on,
the garden
hold on.
popping
How
off.
do
Law,
they know?
sorry, my first doing the garden, so I annoy everyone.
Bam. How do they know that dinosaurs had brooding behavior?
Do you like
How
it when
do
you
they
see
know that
naked boys who
dinosaurs
look
had
like the
brooding
type?
behavior? They do
Matt
not
is
know
hours.
that dinosaurs brooded. They have got no clue. Nobody was there and said, "Look, here's the Tyrannosaurus Rex brooding."
Dante tried to convince Richard of
Crap.
evolution. He ain't gonna
No,
buy
I
it.
ain't gonna buy that bull
Bam.
crap.
Shout out from Eastern Germany.
Hey! Say that after Eastern. Is it still called Eastern Germany? I guess I can still. I guess.
All right, Emerald.
What you girls doing? I hear you. Look at the all 7 of these are getting away from whatever thread it is. Then you got the dumb one out here that's still outside. Like, what's going on, guys?
Can
Why
you
you guys
show
getting
us your
inside?
favorite chicken? Because birds evolved from theropod dinosaurs and cannot evolve out of that clade, all birds, including chickens, are classified as living dinosaurs.
Right, that's not correct, though. That's not correct. How would they know? They do not have the dinosaur wackadoo they need. They can't take a dinosaur and make it into a bird.
Chickens
They
are closely
do not
related
know.
to alligators.
That is a theory.
I am off now to do a gig. Catch you later.
That's a theory. theory. They do not know. Science is replicatable, is reproducible. They've never reproduced it. They're just telling
Have you visited Lake Titicaca?
Have you visited Lake Titicaca? Lamb did,
Who
I
are
think.
you to decide? ISNT gravity also a theory.
Who are the people you're listening to?
Having to turn the volume down, lol. I need calmer vibes for homework.
Calmer vibes. Isn't gravity also a theory? No, that's relativity. The theory of gravity.
How many millions of dollars have you spent to find out?
A lot. So that's what you're basing it on? How many millions were spent? How could they spend the money? If I gave you millions of dollars, how would you spend the money to prove that chickens were dinosaurs, dinosaurs were chickens? Because you don't have a freaking dinosaur. You can't. You're not back there. Listen.
I mean, like what gravity is and where it comes from.
Oh yeah, that's still theoretical.
The genes we have 99.9 genetic similarity.
Right, but we don't.
One day closer to the rapture, Jesus is king. UFOs didn't he take us? Jesus did.
Here's another problem.
Do you have horses? We need to explore Jonestown. Easy.
So one of the
These professors only know one thing. Theories mean books. Books mean notoriety and money. Theories are like a whole. These professors only know one thing. Theories mean books. Books mean notoriety and money.
Right. So here's the problem.
Gravity ISNTA theory we have detected. He is here to encourage people to question things, research and educate. He is not telling you what to believe. He is telling you what he has found.
That's right.
Got the stand-up gig in an hour. See you later.
All right, get to work. Get to work. All right, so here's the problem. How would they spend the money? How would they spend the money? Science is reproducible. Science cannot prove history because history, by definition, is not reproducible. It's not going to happen again. Science cannot prove history. The big scam, the way you can make millions of dollars is to convince a funder that you can prove history. And because you can't, you just keep saying, give me a few more $1 million in a couple decades and I'll prove that the sun started blue. Okay, great. And you'll keep getting the money and keep getting the money. And there's no way you could ever go back to the millions of years ago to prove that the sun was ever blue. Ever. You never. It's only going to stay a theory. If you can get your theory funded, it's a gravy train. You keep getting funded throughout the rest of your career. That's the scam. Why do you think they're still spending billions on theories of if men can piss dinosaur pellets or whatever the hell they're talking about these days? No, it's a scam. That's what everybody does to try to get. They try to get a government contract, a government grant to try to prove history. Science can't prove history. It's not. Science is reproducible, replicatable. But they convinced enough people that maybe we should find out if dinosaurs are chickens. They had brooding behavior and they had the same number of teeth. Except for chickens don't have teeth. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's
Only
going
book
on,
that
Brad,
is 100
brother?
true is the Bible. All else is irrelevant.
Okay, it's called DNA. All right, hold on. Here we go. Let's beat this guy into submission. Mostly, do you know the DNA that until recently, a few years ago, like 3 years ago, they thought that 75% of our DNA was junk DNA. So the theory that we were 98.5% compatible with chimps was right because of how they did their theory. They thought so they took the top 5% of human DNA, the top 5% of chimp DNA, and compared the two because they thought the rest of the DNA was junk. So they only compared the top 5%. And when you compared them, they were 98.5%. But now that we know that the rest is not junk DNA, we're 17% at that point now. So yeah, you're listening to the wrong people. You're listening to the wrong people. Do you believe dinosaurs are real? No, they're still finding them, brother. They're still finding them. We still find dinosaurs. We've got dinosaurs that were in the freaking damn what's the hell the La Brea tar pits and stuff like that. So we still got a bunch of proof. I can say what I want to. This guy, why isn't it talking? Oh, maybe I muted it or something. What up, Giovanni? I ain't seen you in a while. What up, Manish? I told a vegan teacher. Why isn't it talking? Yeah. So, and this is the problem. This is why so many kids are confused because you've got two different classes of education, And they each teach different things with the same facts, because you can take a theory, you can take something, low confidence evidence, and you can create a story. Let's create a story. Look, here's an eggshell. Dinosaurs laid eggs. You don't know. You do not know, but they can say it. Somebody could write a book about it, and if a school buys that book to teach you, then you believe dinosaurs laid eggs. Yeah, it's all wackadoo. Molecular analysis of T-Rex protein. It's protein. They're lying to you. They're lying. How are you going to check a protein? They're not saying the genetics of the DNA. They're checking a protein, and because it's got the same protein as a chicken, they're connecting that. That's what's called low confidence evidence. They do not know. That is the theory. Don't just read that. Go into the paper. That is a hypothesis and a theory based on an assumption, the assumption, because you can't go test another live dinosaur. It's an assumption. We know that. Why? Because we literally have the fossils of the dinosaurs sitting on the nest. Right. But then they'll be like, in 20 more years and $20 more billion, they'll be like, well, that nest was actually from a super bird, and the freaking dinosaur was eating that bird and died at that time. And it's all bullcrap. It's all storytelling. You can't reproduce it. You can't reproduce it. I saw an AI chicken dinosaur. Damn it! You got me again. Facts. What up, Plus Ultra? Because just one fish is different. It's not a fish. I don't know what the hell you're talking about with that. Let's see. Like it. So like if Mr. Epstein put DNA in everyone, the COVID shot, schizo, magic, had spiritual practices, he would try to put his influence over people in the universe. Yes, I read that too. Yeah, that's crazy shit, right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? All right, why am I wackadoo talking? Clicked unmute. There we go.
Exactly, cause you're a retard.
There you go. Listen, everybody, you got to check this out. Exactly, because you're a retard. When people lose, and you need to notice, Republicans,
dinosaurs
Democrats,
used
liberals,
to be called dragons.
When they go to,
you don't understand because you retarded.
They lose. This means he lost. He lost. Look, I wish I could post it on the screen. You don't understand because you're a retard. He can't explain it to you because it's never been explained to him.
Simulacrum is simulation before simulation XD.
He believed it.
Negative.
He believed that.
You can T reproduce Jesus S resurrection. EISNT real.
If you're ever in a debate, you know you win when somebody goes to calling you names. That's when you can stop the conversation.
Do you think mythical creatures exist somewhere in the depth of Earth? At 9 p.m. I will address all questions.
At 9
Name
p.m.
calling proves you don't know how else to say it. God is real. So the left always loses.
Always loses. So does the right if they go to calling names. I agree 100%. Why do you think? Of course
you just ignore him like everyone else.
They're wrong mostly.
He
now
talks to everyone.
Right.
Gotta earn some money first.
The great thing about trying to prove history is you can't. But if you can get paid to try, it's a forever, because you can't prove it. You're not with science. Science is reproducible. Right, the left, that's why the left is often so wrong, because they can't say, what do you mean men can have babies? Of course, you stupid racist, bigotrophic, Frocka style. They're just going to call, you're a freaking racist. Right, it's exactly, they can't prove it. Science can't prove any of this, so they go ahead and call names, right? Steps are 1 away from violence. You can't reproduce a thing, it's not real. Since we can't reproduce Jesus' resurrection, no, you moron. Science can't. Science can't prove it. Right. That doesn't mean. But so what do you use? You use history. We do not come from this world due to the. Hold on. Why ain't it talking again? There we go. There we go.
LMFAO.
LMFAO.
From another place. Ad hominem.
Ad hominem attack. That's exactly right. An ad hominem. That's right, an ad hominem, which means I've run out of propaganda, and now I must cuss you. And now I must talk down to you.
See, this guy is dumb. Look at a raptor and a chicken. The air the same. Geology rocks, but geography is where it is at.
Dude, okay. Get me a picture of a raptor. Get me a picture of a raptor. We don't even know what the skin looked like on a raptor, right? We only have the bones. You understand that, right? You understand that?
I wonder why we had so many advancements in WW2.
An artist took the
skeleton
and decided what it looked like.
You look like the most wholesome type of guy at the bird watching meeting.
I am, and I'm bird watching.
What was happening during WW2? LMFAO. A lot of occult stuff. Lol, nice Matt. What s kind of streaming you? They altered their state to learn what they should NT. XD. You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. You are not a victim of evolution. You are the process itself. We share 99 of DNA with monkeys or something.
Right. So
Indiana 1000.
I just mentioned that. So what happened is that 98.5% match with DNA with monkeys. That was back when science thought that most of our DNA was junk when we were dinosaurs. But now they found out, now that we can list it all, that the rest of the DNA is actually as we split from sperm and egg to like when we become a fingernail. So it's not, they only believe that the top 5% of DNA made us who we were. So when they compared us to chimps, they only checked the top 5% of human DNA and the top 5% of chimp. And that was 98.5%. But now that we're looking at the rest of the DNA and comparing them, we're not. We're like 17.5%. Yeah, that's
so Indiana 1000. Years they will KKW that you were a man.
Huh?
We don't even share 99 with our siblings.
No, right? It's crazy, dude. Right. They're full. It's crap.
Interesting.
Because you can't.
We have been taught to view the world as a machine or a collection of objects, but the world is a dance, and evolution is the rhythm of that dance becoming more intricate.
It's the rhythm of
Lamb lunch is my favorite. Gnostic beliefs strive the tech industry. They want to be their own demiurge, their own god in a black cube, aka computer, but I am a schizo. XD. This guy is a fucking moron. They are a relative.
Are you talking to me?
What s kind of streaming professor?
What kind of streaming professor? What do you mean? We're saving the world.
Okay, but still we evolved from chimps.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Listen, you're reading old science. You're reading science from the
Richard,
70s,
have you not
80s.
seen Jurassic Park and Avatar? That's all the scientific proof I need.
You're absolutely not.
Jesus Christ Almighty, I am not saying they are brothers, but they are a relative.
Yes, who are you talking to? Yes, they're a relative.
There are 7 different evolutionary theories. Which one do you want to pick?
No, they're not. No, we're not relatives. Listen, that's all been changed. You haven't learned anything since you've been in high school. When you were in high school or college,
yes, we compared the function DNA that had always been the claim we...
When you were in high school, the books that you read in your high school were 10 years old already. The new science that's been done hasn't disseminated down to the high school or college level yet. So you're learning old stuff. You're learning at least 10 years before. So this is why everybody fights all the time, because some people have different information from the same original sources. The research universities that get this information then sell it to the college and university system as curriculum. Yes, so new stuff comes out all the time, unless you're learning every day. If you go grab your book from 1874, it'll tell you that farts were spectacular to water supply off-gassing, and then they're like, oh, that's his best science we knew then. Right, yeah, so that's why it causes arguments. Yeah.
Yes, we compared the...
What up, honeybee?
Nothing can be this exciting, must be ego. You literally just said they were related.
Who? We're talking about two things. He said, Giuliani
Why does chat think insults
said
are the way to
brother
go?
and sister or father and daughter. Not
humans have 3 states: animalistic, canal, and spiritual. Pick which state you walk in carefully and consider which you're in.
Hey,
Honda, you did, dumbass. Honey,
I was talking about a different chat. He said brother and sister or father and daughter weren't 99%. And I said, yeah, then you said they were related. I was talking about two different things, brother man. You did, dumbass.
Already.
You're so
N-O.
stupid. You stupid dumbass.
Hi, John. N-O.
It's not a freaking wagadoodle. No.
Why is science always changing?
I'm right.
That's not what you said.
Yes, right. Why is science always changing?
Ha ha ha.
Go back, brother. It's recorded, moronathon. It's recorded. Go back and listen.
Isn't it a good day, boys?
It's a good day.
Enough of this. Look at you guys. You woke up.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Science changes as our understanding becomes deeper and better. Bless.
Right, so that means that it was wrong. So here's the problem, Manesh. That means that it was wrong. If it got better, it was wrong. and then changed. So science isn't truth. It's when science gets better, then it's proving itself wrong and now right, and then wrong and then now right. So the science that you believed before it was changed is wrong. I'm not saying all science. I'm saying when science tries to prove history, and when you people believe it as the dead set truth, the books our parents read in high school and the books we read in high school are different. And are they both right? Because they're both science, right? That's the problem.
I think he is having fun law.
I am.
Okay, wrong, right.
Right. Wrong, right. Uncapped budget and the smart homies that can destabilize countries.
What about the MIT scientist that was killed recently?
Right.
It is called evolution.
So
exactly.
Science goes through evolution, right? Science goes through evolution.
You believe the best theory you have because it is the one that works best, just like we believed Newtonian gravity before relativistic.
Right, but then
if the Bible is the perfect word of God, why does it contain scientific errors about the universe? Did God not know how his own creation works?
And that's
Look,
why
Rich, just like we always talk about, every jagoff with an internet connection thinks they read the authority LMAO.
Right.
Jesus loves you.
I don't think Peter. I would be interested in finding out which ones you're talking about. Which scientific wackadoos are wackadoo in the Bible?
In the ADS, Thomas Dolby was blinded by science.
And now he can see.
How do you know that word, jagoff?
And now he can see.
Coffee has caffeine and anti-nutrients and oxalates. I am sorry, but cynies.
I'm sorry, but cynies?
Science.
I'm sorry, but science. But he was blinded by science. Plus, Ultra just told you that. But now he can see.
La 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 jagoff.
Yeah, boys and girls.
I've been saying jagoff since the 90W.
Jagoff.
Who we talking about? Science is dangerous. Ha 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 ha. 90s. Sorry, I had to. Mister.
The problem isn't citizen science. The problem is the science.
I am sorry, science is just magical stuff. Rebrand and look at old magical laws and our universal laws.
Right.
XD. Jagoff is a Pittsburgh word.
It's a Pittsburgh word. That's where he's from. He's from Pittsburgh. Before science
alchemy.
Right. And
I am from Pittsburgh.
Listen, science used to say it was okay to cut into bodies and then deliver babies, and do autopsies and then deliver babies. Science didn't want to believe that you had to wash your hands before delivering a baby. And then once science got better, so science was wrong and then it's right. Science is the pursuit. It's not the end. It's not the end of knowledge. It's the pursuit. So you can't say it's right. Kids have
Richard,
to
you would make an
understand
excellent professor. You re serious, John.
No, he's just making a joke. Yeah, no, he's serious. He's from Pittsburgh, yeah. When we get too deep in science,
to the average man, it is nothing other than pure magic, simply because they can understand.
Right. But
our hypothesis comes from a Latin philosophy school. OEMMMG. XD.
Yeah.
To some, even the mirror is magic.
Right. So this is the problem. When we have teachers that think that mirrors are magic, and they're the ones teaching our kids from old science when it was wrong, because you have teachers that are 60 years old teaching 12-year-old kids, and the teachers haven't kept up. They haven't learned new science since they graduated 40 years ago, right? And this is a problem. Yes, read history. History will teach you why people do, and then what they try to do with not philosophy, with psychiatric sciences, is they try to say that here's the reason for this bad behavior. But the problem is, if you believe that, then when they change it, like, oh, it's okay to do this or that now, it's all wackadoo. I'll get wackadoo.
To some, even the mirror is magic.
That's right. It's in the details. Right. And it's so profitable. Yep,
it sure is.
All right, I'm getting you some seed. I'm getting you some seed.
The bottom of the iceberg of science are bioweapons, gene editing, nuclear weapons. Everything else is common knowledge.
She's blinding me with science. Now she's making love to me. She blinded me with science.
John as in Dormont. You can make a or like 100K. XD.
She blinded me with science.
No, you can stop lying. Tell a 6-year-old the universe works on quantum wave superposition. Let us see how well they understand that. Chinese fuge. I think I had a nervous breakdown last week.
I'm
Teflon.
about to have a nervous breakdown.
Yes, you can.
My head really
XD.
hurts. If I don't find a way out of here, I'm gonna go berserk.
We still teach the wrong because it works good enough to build the base knowledge.
Because it's profitable.
No, you can
It's profitable. No. Because it takes money to create curriculum.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, honey. Lol XD.
It's not good enough.
Need to listen to the Sing hypersonic missiles now. Got an itch. Lol.
Right, you can't. Who says it's good enough? Who says it's good enough when it's wrong? Does truth not matter? Does truth not matter? If it's good enough, but it's not correct, then when does truth not matter?
Thinking I am Mac in a microwave fusion.
She blinded me with science.
That's the hardest way to make one. I still think entanglement has to do with Richard's hair. That's quantum understanding. Rich denying every part of science by saying, "Trust me, bro."
No, I'm not. I don't. Not at all. Not at all. Listen, I must.
Holy shit! This guy was the head fool at Lockheed Martin in the '80s.
My father was a rocket scientist. My father worked for Johns Hopkins Avery Propulsion Research Laboratory. He was a scientist. And he understands that you had to produce it, that you had to constantly polish science. If you think it's done, you know the reason that they tell you that the science is done is because the people that are searching beyond you will be the ones to get the glory. That the people listen. If scientists believe science is truth, why do they find out it's wrong? Because they're still looking.
John people don't like the truth. Money is power and controls the narrative. Even family will send you down the river if the Price is Right. Betrayal hits deep. That's shocking.
If scientists honestly believed that it was correct, they wouldn't keep doing science on it to prove old science wrong. They wouldn't keep trying to prove old science wrong if they thought it was right. They know it's not. Kids and immaturity in science think it's correct and it's truth. No, you can never do that. You always have to keep looking. You always have to keep reproving your hypothesis and your theories. Absolutely. Else, science wouldn't exist anymore because we know everything. All right, where am I at?
John people don't like the truth. Money is power and controls the narrative. Even family will send you down the river if the Price is Right. Betrayal hits deep. It's shocking.
I agree with that too. You gotta be careful. No one cares you. But don't you think that genius? What now? I missed it. What'd you say?
Modern day scientists aren't doing shit.
What's your contribution?
Yes, magic and the occult ain't real, nor is God. That's why our elites do it. XD.
I've got huge
A
contributions.
kid can definitely understand complex stuff. Not everyone is the same.
Right, exactly. Some people should work in the mines. Some people should work in the mines. Some people need to work in the match factory, right? Not everybody. And the problem is we let everybody get to college with basically unlimited college loan fundability, and they don't understand what's going on. So they just ask other people.
Tap into an alter state.
There you go.
It's a hand-down process. The ones who have devoted themselves to the field work to find better stuff. The other laymen are told the theory that works best. Simple.
That's correct. The research. The research.
Damn, the FN cold a few days ago burned my flower. I've had 5 years. I left the window open by mistake.
The research scientists are the ones that tell the school
Half
scientists.
Those college students cheated.
Right.
You can learn all the answers knowledge fills. John, what kind of flower? You need wisdom.
Right, wisdom is important.
To connect. A lot of people end up bums from all avenues. Just save and sleep for the next day. Most those college kids cheated.
Yes,
and
absolutely. Build. And then they just lie. They just lie and lie and lie to try to act like they know what they're talking about. Listen, once you stop studying, once you stop researching, that's the end of your education. You're now repeating old stuff. Uh-oh, what'd I break? What'd I break? Okay, that's it. She blinded me with science.
You are a dildo. If college is a scam, was your scientist dad scammed? All college kids are lust monsters worse than bums.
My dad,
USA has failed.
My father didn't graduate from college till he was 33, but my father graduated in engineering and ended up learning outside of college. What he learned to do what he didn't learn in college. They learned that in a research lab. So he
Knowledge just fills the brain. You can learn everything, but without wisdom to connect and build meaning. Hi, why all? If you're truly smart. Honey, it was in an apartment before I moved in with no water for 6 months and survived. It blooms in winter. I've never been able to exactly classify the flower. Most person who works 9 to 5 simply don't have the time to read the pioneer science. That's why the working model is given to us so we can understand basic things.
Right, but because you're not...
to question everything.
If you're at the gas station working, you don't need to know the truth. If you're at the gas station or the Walmart, you don't need to know the truth. They're giving you something so you get value from college.
Wonder if it is like a desert rose.
They prove value by passing.
That's why unemployed people are geniuses. TL theories as fact is Dunning-Kruger of you. XD.
Of me? I hope you're not talking to me. I'm not calling it fact. I'm not calling theory fact. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's theory. It's theoretical. It's based on assumptions.
Why does she try to disguise her voice? Not you, Rich.
I was about to say. She blinded me with dying. All right, so we give the freaking chicken some water.
Any cacti? I am the gayest man in the cosmos.
Yeah, I got lots
of
cacti.
You seem like you have a better purpose in life than me.
I've got...
So you are saying a person at the gas station shouldn't he know how gravity exists so that the flat earthers can poach on them?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You.
What I'm saying
Henry
is they
Allen.
don't know. So they have the education that they got when they went to school.
Boy, you're an energetic little bunny.
What I'm saying is they are not continuing their education.
It has little pink flowers all over it. It was way healthy before the cold hit it. I am transplanting it this year. I can put pics on it. So
if you tell people that in college that the moon is made of cheese, and they went to school in the 1980s, and then we learned that the moon's not made of cheese, but they're out of school, so they're not learning anymore. They're no longer learning from a collegiate level, and they're not going to believe other people tell them. They're working at the gas station. Somebody walks in and says, "Hey, did you hear the moon ain't made out of cheese?" They're like, "Sure, buddy, that's $8.95." Because they only believe when it comes from positions of authority, and they artificially make positions of authority by charging you for it. You're like, I spent freaking $100,000 to learn that men can be women and freaking wackadoos. There you go, chicken. Oops. Why didn't it go on? What happened? There we go. Come on, chickens. Get in here. Chicka. Come on. Chicka. All right. Let's see. She blinded me with science. All right. Back in a few. All right. I guess the grid. Oh, I guess off the grid thing solves all that and puts everyone in base level equality. So listen, here's the thing. People that don't care about the truth, like what we should...
I'll be back in a few.
What we should be teaching our kids to do is to learn how to learn, not what to learn. We shouldn't be telling them, hey, everything that you learned is gospel. In high school.
Science hasn't been able to manage it. SPR good that it is constantly improving and the best model, not the absolute truth.
Right. And that's why it's so profitable.
I just got out doing 15 wishing everyone a blessed day.
Yeah, boy. And that's why it's so profitable.
Gas station encounters. You can have off-grid Wi-Fi, I guess I mean agrarian. People don't want to hear out. You may ask question to see what they think, but ego always gets in people's way and they don't want to dissolve it.
I agree, absolutely.
I was just trying to ask, is Swiss cheese safe to eat after fall out of the sky over your house because the cargo plane dropped his load of Swiss cheese into my backyard?
Yeah, there you go.
Learning how to learn is key.
Eat it up. Yes, learning, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach people how to learn,
The
not
moon
what
is
to
made
learn.
of cheese, though.
Right.
Love on
Yeah. Right.
another.
Right.
Every action a reaction. Don't live in a negative way.
Right, right. But here's the problem. Why do so many people fight? Why do liberal arts colleges teach something different than other colleges? Why do they? Why is it? Why is it different? Is it because it's art?
And learning how to learn allows for lifelong learners. The public school system is not set up for anything except teaching to the test. Standardized tests pay for the curriculum.
Right.
It's all
Because
legal.
back when I was in high school, we still had manufacturing in America. So we had to teach people life skills and how to continue to learn because they were trying to make good employees for manufacturing. Now they're just trying to make good taxpayers and good voters. They're not trying to teach people the truth about anything. They're not trying to teach new
Correct.
scientists.
I love the modern day. Most of everyone is pie soaked to shit. XD.
Psyops.
Taxes, no. Thanks, Obama.
Right, taxes. No. Right. But it's just so obvious. Look how wrong so many people are.
Martha, yeah.
And think about that. Think about what they
I
when
want
they
to
tell
make
you.
a semiconductor. I don't need to learn the pioneer science
No,
that may tell
right.
me that my current theory is wrong. I need the working theory. That's why we learn old curriculum.
That's physical science.
This is why I
though.
stopped teaching.
Right. That's
Obamacare sucks.
So here's
Thanks
the
to
problem.
Obama, I can spread propaganda.
Propaganda.
The new is not well developed. Love that dude. XD.
So this is what I'm talking about. When we're talking about science trying to prove history, not science trying to prove how semiconductors work, but also that was wrong. That's been wrong, and it improves. Why? If they know, hey, now semiconductors work, we can make a PN junction, we can make the freaking boron and the phosphorus doped silicon. We know it
No
works.
child left behind means all children got left behind.
To make it better. They keep
Nixon,
researching
a
it to make it
go-to
better.
bro, would get geeked and threaten to kill everyone. Bro, you like me, FR. XD.
Stupid moron Obama.
Stupid moron Obama.
Right. So the thing is, people think that people stop learning because they believe that science is the truth. Now, when you're talking about something in manufacturing, that's different. Why aren't we teaching everybody that? Why aren't we teaching everybody that hey,
what did my bro Obama do?
keep updating. What did your bro Obama do? Nothing good. Yeah, he did a bunch of very offhanded stuff. I'm very upset with that man. I'm very upset with that man. And then like the trust the science stuff really blew a lot of people up because
He made propaganda legal for companies and people to spread.
Especially when it comes to new stuff.
Hi
Hey,
from Malta.
What's up,
Hey,
Malta?
I shared some flowers. I need help identifying. To the Discord.
Okay. Let's go into the studio.
Obama made it okay to graduate kids who can read or write.
Right. Great.
At
Brilliant.
least Obama
Do you know
doesn't
why?
have
Because-
dementia and threaten wars like Trump.
What are you talking about?
John.
Hold
Lonesome
on, wait
Valley.
a second, Trump gaming brother. What are you
The
talking
whole
about?
science critic thing is just
What
a Western
are
thing.
you
Here in the
talking
East, we
about,
wholeheartedly
dude?
believe in
Dude.
science because we know it as the best current model, even if it is not completely right.
But why don't we tell people that it's the best current model rather than we teach them that it's the truth? There's
I know
the
why.
problem.
Do you know why?
There's the
Trump
problem.
don't
We don't
spread
teach people that.
wars.
Trump don't. Right. Listen, brother, I'm down with you, my friend. But you got to compare Trump and Obama are two different sides of the same coin. Obama deported more people than Trump. Obama
Immigrant
killed
getting
more
drones
people than
sticked
Trump.
every day for
Obama
8 years.
destroyed the banking
XD.
system. Yeah, and listen, I voted for the guy. All right.
Biden and Democrats wants wars.
Right, because it's so profitable. Why do you think we didn't make billions of dollars off of Venezuela and stuff?
What does
Listen,
XD
I'm
mean?
no Trumper, brother, but I know the difference between freaking Obama and Biden. And listen, and Trump ain't done yet, so he might wax the whole butthole. You know, we got no idea, right? So, but truth is the truth as far as we know. And the problem is,
This path Trump has taken was engineered by the Chinese and Biden's inaction. It is not a left versus right wing thing. Trump has brain damage and is low IQ.
And why would you? Okay, if I agree with that, will you also agree
Absolutely.
that Obama does too? Obama, dude, look what he did. Look what Obama did.
The internet is a psyop.
But he talked all nice. Blah, blah,
We
blah,
tell
blah,
them
blah.
my
So we all like,
curriculum
boom.
does I have
Bro.
literally direct
And
lines
listen,
in my
listen,
text
listen.
that
I'm gonna say
however
this
this
too.
isn't complete because
I'm
it
gonna
is
say this
American
too.
curriculum problem. Democrats
Yeah, I
wants
agree,
rid of the 998 mental health number. Trump people want keep that number.
I don't know what that
Go
means.
down that rabbit hole. XD. Trump's fighting a reactionary war.
Listen,
Yeah.
the problem with you saying that is
I don't vote or
you
none.
can't trust any of them. And it's odd that us as
I believe I should be in charge.
are trying to back politicians. Listen, you can't do that. You can't
You
break
all
up
need brain
relationships
chips,
over
FR.
politics because you don't know
Obama
what's true, and I
wasn't
don't know
he,
what's
in
true.
the files was he.
Is what la 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 la. A lot of his people were. Let's just say that. Like his most
Annoying.
popular. The
My curriculum teaches me the theory isn't completed as
Good.
an American curriculum
Yes,
problem if
right,
they don't
right.
teach you that.
Yes, exactly.
No free will
Here
for
is
the
my
masses
point,
simulation
Manesh.
or
Right,
shown drone
right.
here.
This is my
XD.
point, right? So you're taught something different than we're taught. So then is it science that's the problem, or is it American science? So
I got turned
where's
down
the
for
definition?
Social Security for my ADHD and Austin during
Right,
Biden president.
You can't go to a science
Obama
class and
accepted
expect it to be the
contributions.
same. So in our science classes, we learn
Enough
something
with the
different in your
XD shiz.
science classes.
Obama
so it's not,
sucked.
yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, Obama's definitely sucked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when you start finding out what all he did. Like what all, dude, like really rough stuff. Really rough stuff. Like allowing. So the news used to tell you the news, but he allowed the news to become an opinion piece. So then the people could
America
say
is
what
the
they
problem
thought was
like
correct.
always. He is a
Right,
poser.
right. So we gotta
Obama
fix
and
it.
Biden was in the files and they hurt America.
Yeah, there's some problems. Yeah, a lot, dude. Obama's lawyer was sent Epstein. I want to say it was like 15 emails a day, like 150,000.
Obama
emails.
is a poser.
Yeah. You can't buff up for Obama, dude. Absolutely not. You got to put Obama and Trump on the same level. I mean, truth is truth, brother. Listen,
Obama was not in the files. Stop lying, and he didn't pander to Israel like every other president.
Okay,
Obama had
is
the Muslim
Israel
Brotherhood
problem?
in the Oval Office as his brain trust.
Is Israel? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. That's why I don't understand talking politics. Is Israel the problem, or is it America? Is it American politics? The problem is instead of saying no, it's
It is
not. It's
evident the
American
majority
politics.
of flat earthers
It's
are
not-
America. America is the
It's not
problem.
Israel. It's not Israel.
Yes, Israel
we
is the
gotta
problem.
take care of ourselves. No, the problem is what? Then why wasn't more good done in America by American presidents? No, that's crap, dude. That's crap. No. You can't say that because Israel, this happened like that and that happened that between an old president
Earth
and
is
a new
around.
president. Earth is around. So, but the thing is, they're still in power, and Biden and Israel definitely had some wackadoo, and Biden and Iran was making money through China. So listen, and we don't find that out till later. So the propaganda on Trump and what's actually happening, we won't know till after his presidency. Yeah, that's a huge problem, and this is why I don't think people should discuss what they don't completely understand.
John Wright,
'cause
think
I
about
don't.
that. I need more
know that
Betty
I don't
Crocker
completely
cake
understand
mix.
it. I know that we're getting freaking wackadooed out with
There is
propaganda.
no evidence for what you're saying. Let that sink in. LMAO, all American presidents been to Israel. The American system is completely honey trapped.
So here's what I'm talking about, Trump game. And so look, so Manesh lives in India, and he's getting different propaganda than we're getting. So, and this is the problem. So you're going to say he's wrong. I'm going to say you're wrong, whatever, because we're all getting different propaganda, and that's what it's meant to be.
Don't
so we
bring the
argue.
bees into this.
Don't bring the bees into this. I was happy.
I was happy in the hay when I found a job.
Happy in the hay. Congratulations, Christy Rose. Congratulations.
All propaganda.
Right. Look. I was in the industry. I understand that, right?
So true.
So everybody's getting a different story and then arguing that they're right. We're all wrong. We're all wrong. This is why we should help each other in ways we can help each other with our
Finding
health.
a job is where it is good for you.
Yep. Right. So this is how it goes down. This is how it goes down. We all argue rather than saying,
Rich.
"Hey, how can we make you feel better? How can we help your health?" Because everybody's arguing and will only believe the other lines of propaganda, like medical propaganda, for why we're sick all the time, why there's so many crazy people. Yes, right. I agree.
We should be focusing on a solution, not making a problem bigger.
Right.
I know for a fact American living standards are much better than mine. My media tells me America is a drug state.
Right.
That's propaganda.
Right. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And then we hear vice versa about wackadoodle stuff.
Rich, how is Tony doing? Do we know?
Yeah, he was in here
America
yesterday.
is Israel's really little bitch.
He said he was doing really good, so that's good. America is Israel's little bitch. Maybe, dude, listen, how are you learning
The problem is Americans have forgotten just how good they have it. Could be a Russian making a fifth of what Americans earn. Those reports inflated as well because socialism censors the truth.
So
awesome.
So the problem is, Trump, Yemen brother, who gave you that information and why do you trust the people that gave you that information? That's the problem. Is who gave you that info?
In fact, last term of Trump, my media literally portrayed him as God. This term he tariffed us. Now he has become the devil.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can imagine. Right. It's just the thing. So which part is true? Brother,
I know it's through research. You should try it.
Trump, that's rude. I would expect you to think a little higher of me. And what I do, like what I try to do here.
The Titanic is sinking, and you're saying it's a better ship than a yacht over by Finland.
The problem is
gotta
what
scoot John
research,
the first LL. Check out the pic shortly. Take care, man.
What research?
Last I saw Tony, he was doing better.
Titanic is sinking, and you're saying it's better to ship out a yacht to Finland. I gotta take care, man.
I am so glad.
Yeah. I saw him yesterday. He said he was doing much better. Yeah. He said he hasn't had any issues with
take care, honey.
Hasn't had any issues with vertigo and
science that's the only true pursuit of truth.
Pursuit of truth. Right. That's the big difference. Because too many kids think that science is the truth, and it's not. It's the forever correcting pursuit of truth.
I like your content, but you say a lot of BS. ADHD is not caused by B12 deficiency. Israel is the problem.
Okay. I didn't say it is. I didn't say B12 is a B12 deficiency causes it. I never said that. What I said is B12 deficiency causes ADHD-like symptoms, and it can be confused for the two. And B12 deficiency can worsen ADHD symptoms, brother. So I think the problem might be you're hearing what you want to hear. Just saying, my friend. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I never said B12 deficiency causes ADHD. B12 deficiency has the same symptoms as ADHD. Therefore, and B12 deficiency makes
Where
ADHD
are you from?
Worse. Brother, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, my friend. I'm from Georgia. I'm from Maryland originally, Baltimore, Maryland originally, and now I live in Georgia.
No, it doesn't. There is no evidence law. The Titanic sank so there could be a central bank. All the opponents of central bank died in it, but who cares? I am schizo. Love you, Social Security.
Dude, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Okay, so here's the problem. Now I can't take anything you say seriously because there's tons. There's absolute tons. And I've showed a lot of it before too. And then you're talking about doing research on Israel, but you didn't do research.
Titanic movie, Jack didn't he have to die?
Dude.
Trump, you keep on listening to doctors inside the very system. FCKG U.S. citizens for over 100 years. You can take it or leave it. It's my leg.
Where are we at? There we go. All right, so we can start here. Vitamin B12, folate, and family organ mediators, and we can go down here.
I got a paid internship.
Okay, so
what's wrong with listening to doctors? If a doctor says it's bad to drink while pregnant, is he wrong?
No, but just because they're not wrong about some things doesn't mean they're correct about everything. And there's a problem, brother. Dude, like doctors used to say, don't wash your hands after cutting into dead bodies before helping women give birth.
Not about
it's
Israel.
slow.
Read the passenger list. The top 5 people who were against
Right.
the Central Bank of America died on the Titanic.
So here's the
Liberals believe what they want and are willfully blind to the rest.
The conclusion is
I have
lower
learned more in
vitamin
30 minutes on a
B12
Friday
levels
morning than
are
4 years of
correlated
government
with
high
a higher
school.
risk of severe
Bro, what
anxiety
is
or
this chat
depressive
about?
symptoms. And continue on with the high levels of homocysteine. Okay, so if we continue, well, you can do it yourself, brother. You're a great researcher. So here, I'll just give you here. You can go to this. This is not an article. This is a study. Okay, vitamin B12, folate, homocysteine, inflammatory markers, levels in adolescents with anxiety or depressive symptoms. I can trust that you'll take that now that I've showed you some research and you can find the truth, right? I can trust that from you, brother, right? Brother, what are you talking about? Cherry picking evidence? Why? I just gave you some. Evidence. Why don't you didn't give me any other? You didn't give me any evidence that shows B12 deficiency doesn't do that. Okay, who cares? The point isn't that it's conclusive. The point is that it could help people. Isn't it worth it? Even if it's 5% people, isn't it worth trying? What are you doing? Jeez. Yeah, that's great, right? And just because I can find a study, I can find hundreds, by the way, but regardless of that, even if it's a couple of percent of people that are suffering with ADHD symptoms, they could relieve those symptoms to a point of being able to withstand them rather than it being a disability. That's crazy. And everything's inconclusive. Prove to me anything. You can't prove anything. That's the problem with science. Proving is 99.999. You can never get 100%. And this is the problem. This is the problem with the education system. Yeah, you're trying to prove things that are correct, wrong, for whatever reason. And that would be you hurting people. How would trying to see if B12 helps your ADHD symptoms, how would that be bad? Crazy. Science is a scientific method, and that's always existed under different names. When you accuse him of cherry picking, you're not acting rationally. He's trying to debate. Right, that's definitely intellectual dishonesty, because he's saying his research about Israel is correct, but my research about B12 deficiency and ADHD symptoms isn't. Which one of us is wrong? Yes, I do. Yeah, dude, the multiple stuff. Yeah, you haven't looked into it. Yeah, you haven't looked into it at all. Yeah, all right, we'll move on. What a wackadoo, dude. Seriously, why would you prefer people suffer more? It appears to be. Would you rather gain cancer or gain eagers? That's funny. That's funny. That's cute. All right, so point being, never listen to people like Trump gaming, dude. Jeez, what a wackadoo. Dude, you're driving people away from a very, very good possibility, even if it's only 5% of them. Hey, Bill Nye, what are we learning today? We're learning that some people don't know what research is, obviously. Proof that what we shared with me is working and I feel better. Right. And it worked for me too, right? And it's worked for a lot of people that come through and say, hey, thanks, it worked. And it works for 200 kids in a study in China, 7,000 kids in a study in Finland. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. And I have ADHD and some friends smoke weed and it helps. There you go. But say one of the interesting things, what team am I? Team Richard. So one of the great things you can try is if you've got ADHD symptoms can be exacerbated by vitamin deficiency, in particularly B12 deficiency. Oh, look, another one. ADHD deficiency and B12. ADHD deficiency. ADHD symptoms and B12 deficiency. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, the current diagnosis of attention deficit disorder
The current diagnosis of attention deficit disorders based on history, clinical observation, and behavioral tests. There's a high demand to find biomarkers. The aim of this study is to analyze the serum profiles of several biomarkers, including homocysteine, B12, and D-ferritin, iron, and cohort. Okay, and what they find is that with a prevalence of 7.2% adolescent in children, let's get to the correct jam later here. So homocysteine is what B12 reverses in the body, which is so homocysteine, which is part of the methylthionein demethylation, is linked to vitamin B12, elevated homocysteine, and a disruption of the methylation patterns. So once you've got ADHD, your body's not methylating cobalamin properly. Cobalamin is vitamin B12. So you need a higher level than the standard cohort in order to get relief from ADHD symptoms. And even so, if you have ADHD, because there's no biomarkers for it yet, which means they can't give you a blood test and say you've got ADHD. It's just a quiz. Oh, you can't sit still in class. Oh, you can't pay attention. Oh, you've got brain fog. That's ADHD. But what are the biomarkers? And it's getting better and better, showing that it's a vitamin B12 deficiency. Brother, good, right? So, which studies did you show about Israel? What I'm saying is you can use what you want to use, and I can use what I want to use. Is that the way it works? But the point is, even if we can find one study, we found a study, so it's a vitamin. Why not try it for relief? Yeah, bro, you got it, KK Panda. I got you. Plus, there's zero harm. Right? Exactly. There's zero harm, and it can only help. So go to your doctor, get a B12 tablet, and see if you feel a result. That's the whole point. And it can be proven to yourself quickly. All right, let's see here, brother. What we got? That dude, but you're that's apples and oranges. We just found a study that said why B12 deficiency lowers homocysteine, and we found a study that says ADHD is has biomarkers for increased homocysteine. So that's much better than smoking and not. And that's to sell cigarettes, not to sell B12 supplements. Wackadoodle. What's am I putting on the wall, brother? KK Panda. There you go, brother. Yeah, right. I know. Yes, right. Some smokers do live longer, right? But that's the wrong freaking evidence, dude. That's just some. Right. He's the one that's cherry picking. Yeah, that's definitely dishonest. It infuriates me that my taxes go towards the minority. Brother, vote differently. Yeah. So listen, some people are here to help people and some people are here to hurt people. And obviously he doesn't care at all about trying to help people. He's saying don't even try because there's only 700 studies. Because he can find a study not related to ADHD, not related to B12, related to something completely different. He's fine. I can find a study that says that. Well, go ahead and find it, right? And then let's compare the two. I asked AI to cite me the medical consensus, and it told me altogether there's no strong evidence. Right, brother, right. So how do we get the evidence? By performing the experiments. Wow, dude, you're freaking nuts, dude. You're nuts. How do you get the evidence? But tell me one thing. Why? Why would they pay for that when they can't get profit off of B12 supplementation? They're not going to get the evidence, so we can get the evidence because there's no downside to taking B12. You'll just pee out extra, and you might get relief, and then we can continue we can put a cohort together, and then we can say, hey, off of this anecdotal evidence, it's worth putting more money into. That's how science works. I tried smoking weed and it seemed to help my ADHD. My brain felt clear. I mean, if you want to smoke weed, but you can also, there's other things you can try. I also did thorough research myself in Google AI, and there's no strong evidence. Right, we got to find the evidence. Are you going to wait until they find the evidence? What? My God, this guy is dense. It's preliminary results. There will be clinical trials later. Right? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Right? It's absolutely crazy, brother. I don't know what made you go this direction, brother. Trump gaming. I don't know what made you go in that direction, but why do doctors resist vitamin deficiency testing? Because there's no positive freaking. They're listening to Mr. Gaming over here. You're just mad that one study. Brother, you've only seen one study. You've only seen one study. I've seen a lot. I've been doing this for 5 years. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm upset. I'm not mad. I had a positive thought. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, but and you could have asked, is there any evidence? Not just general scientific consensus, because obviously medical professionals aren't looking into this. They're not doing it, but at least researchers are, and that's what I am. I'm a researcher. What up, Papa Rompy? All right, so I'm trying to help people. You're trying to tell them to sit around and wait. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess that's the way it works. So anyway, if anybody has ADHD symptoms and you're not supplementing with B12, you might want to ask your doctor if trying a B12 supplementation would be right. How about that? Jeez, whack-a-doodle. Man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, where are we at? Here's 3 o'clock at 2:06. We're almost. All right, let's see what we can do here. There we go. Oops, come on, 15 minutes. Zone 2. Oops, hit the wrong button again. Come on, thing. Manual, zone, okay, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, okay. We'll go to zone 2. 15 minutes. Okay. All right, let's turn that off. All right, we got sprinklers on. Yeah, bird watching. What up, Chaz? I'm watering my plants. Gosh, our doctors literally suggest vitamin supplements on almost every visit. The American trickle-down economy ain't trickling. I know, and it makes you wonder why. Even if it were true, which it is, hey, get a hold of yourself. There are bigger problems rather than, ooh, and my B12 is slacking, which is fully... Right, brother, right. Why don't we reverse it then and then move on to the next problem? If B12 deficiency can cause depression and anxiety, keeping people from acting, why not get that out of the way first? It would take a minute. It would take like 5 minutes to get it out of the way. And then we can move on to the next thing. Just check that one off the list. Which one do you think is good to check first? B12 deficiency is definitely common. B12 complex is the most prescribed supplement. Right, dude, that's what I'm saying. He's 100% wrong. 100%. Don't blow other people's candles out to make yourself glow brighter. Trump gaming, that's how civilization gets built. Right, we're trying to help. I'm trying to help, and he's trying to do exactly the opposite. Like, look, it doesn't matter. Wait till the freaking doctors tell you to take it. Okay, you do that. You do that. Me. Right. It's like maybe this is the reason that too many people aren't fixing other things, because the depression is keeping them from acting. Richard is so excited about being outside. He wet his plants. That's funny, freaking. That's funny, brother Matt. Let's go wet some more plants. Who in chat honestly believes doctors always have our individual best interests in mind when diagnosing us? Why? Why we recommended daily values hugely undershooting amounts needed. Right. Right. And also, it's like we've got new data that just in the past couple of years that the food pyramid was upside down. That the government and the medical institutions were telling us to eat way more grains than meats. And they were like, oops, it was upside down since 1994. For freaking 30 years, it was upside down. Enjoying some Italian beef from my school. Perhaps my standards are a little high, but in my opinion, it should be soggy. Not that much, dude. But they were saying meat is bad, so it was upside down, and they're correcting that now. That was actually huge. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. All right, let's get these guys on. Yeah, grains are not—they're not good for you when in the wrong ratio. And they're telling people to take like 12 servings of grains a day because grains are cheap. You can grow them. They grow basically by themselves. And then you just, what am I doing here? All right. So it's easy and it's got a high markup. So it's very profitable. Okay. Zone one. Okay. Zone one. Come on, thing. Manual zone one, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, okay. Zone 2, 15 minutes. Okay, all right. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm from the future. That coffee has cyanide. What up, Chain Chomp? Doctors don't do it for evil reasons. They get money for prescribing certain brands of medicine. Right. And I think that's obvious now. It's been said enough. So right, because it's so obvious that these vitamin deficiency studies. Remember, rickets and what are you doing? Lamb's trying to call me right in the middle of his dream. Don't sleep on grains. Your brain runs entirely on glucose. Dude, you don't need to get glucose from grains. You have to understand how the body converts grains. You have to understand and what vitamins and minerals are required to convert them. So it lowers you. Too high of grain load lowers your vitamin and mineral profile. If you don't have enough meats and whatnot, that's the whole balanced diet that they were talking about. But yeah, they get paid to prescribe. Yeah, so there's the pharmaceutical sales rep. Right? He's got to be. There's no way. He's definitely got to be. He's got to be a freaking plant. Right? It doesn't give you enough nutrients. Right? It's just so. And this is the problem with what's been happening for so long. The balanced diet doesn't mention nutritional vitamins and minerals. It just mentions carb load and whatnot. Right, but you know what else our brain uses is cholesterol. Why did doctors put us on cholesterol lowering medication? I don't like coffee. I want caffeine. I don't like coffee. I want caffeine, Coca-Cola, energy drinks, or green tea. I don't like them. Or do like them. This guy's absolutely nutritionally ass backwards as possible. Trolling. Yeah, definitely is. He definitely is. Right, but that's it. That's it. That's it. B1. What about the rest? And how much B1? So how much oats do you eat? And think about the people who have glycemic problems. So they're eating tons of grains and having diabetic issues because they're trying to get their nutrition from ass loads of grains. What up, Monk? Right. It's the one. I think Trump needs a B12. Uh-oh. What's going on over here? There we go. Yes, grains converts to sugars. Right. And diabetes is one of the worst problems in America. Right. Diabetes is one of the worst problems in America. Celery, Greek olives, and pepper jack cheese. There you go, brother. Diet Coke. And these are limes, lemons and limes right here. I do eat black beans. Yeah, I do eat black beans. What do you mean that B1 helps convert glucose into usable energy? Oats are one of the best sources of deficiency linked to Wernicke's. Right. But who's deficient? Who's deficient in glucose in America? We have a sugar overload. Yeah, he's driving people off a cliff. Wow. And you didn't know that before. And if you believe that about B1, why?
Why? Why do you believe that? You only read one study. Wackadoo. I don't drink coffee. Take tea, my dear. My toast done on one side. I like canned fish. Yes, but why do you trust that about B1 deficiency and not about B12 deficiency? You read what, one study so far about B1? We should follow the RDA nutritional guidelines, not the American Balanced Diet, which is paid by the dairy industry. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. They're tell us what's good for their wallet. They're paying to have these studies done. They pay to have those studies done, right? So you have to read what other countries are doing too. And this is where I got to. How the hell do I get my dad off cigarettes? He's been smoking for 20 years and he's hospitalized from blood clotting in his heart. Now smoking is the main cause, by the way. He's also a doctor. Jeez, dude. As I said, Rich suggests, what is the harm? Zero harm. Yeah, right. Right, but not as many people are B1 deficient. Not as many people are B1 deficient because they eat so many grains. So if you take a B supplement also with B12, you're getting that also. I think we're missing each other here. Garlic for blood clots. So he would need to take care. One of the big problems, and this is going back to B12, one of the big problems with smoking cigarettes is the cyanide in cigarette smoke converts the cobalamin, the B12, into cyanocobalamin. The liver needs to methylate that. And that's what we were just looking at that study right there about the methylation issues. And so a lot of the cigarette smoking related diseases can be attributed to nutritional deficiencies that cyanide cause. There was no hope he would quit. Yeah, he's strong. Yeah, right. There's tarred cigarette smoke, right? Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy, brother. If you have people you care about, I hope you don't give them this type of information, Trump gaming. I really hope you don't. That's crazy. That's crazy work. You should spend the next couple hours looking at other vitamins, vitamin deficiencies, how the vitamins need each other to work, how the minerals and the vitamins work together to create what the body needs, and how it takes that from the diet. And then how do you get those vitamins and minerals? You get them from your intestines. How do you make sure your intestines are in the right order to in good enough order in order to absorb those vitamins and minerals? And the problem is with the American diet. Is that we can't do that. We're not absorbing enough vitamins and nutrition. This has been known since the 90s. They just don't teach it because they say eat a lot of grains. It still isn't ideal, but homegrown tobacco is somewhat better. It is, absolutely, John Slave. I agree. B12 deficiency is reversible B1. Right, but why? How long do you want to reverse it? Why don't you reverse it right now? That's my point. It's reversible, so do it. What are you saying, to wait 10 years, 30 years before reversing it? Because there's benefit in reversing it now. Plants literally make the nicotine to not be eaten. Yeah. Right. So, but there is a difference. There is a difference between industrially grown tobacco and what's sprayed with it, because they don't just use the natural nicotine to kill the bugs. They spray it with other stuff, and then that ends up in your tobacco. You ever see people didn't have tooth rot and stuff like that back in the 1800s, but now with dip, the bug sprays and the weed killer that's used rots people's guns away. I'm ordering McDonald's right now. I'm probably deficient in some D, but I bought some this morning. Right. So really, listen, you drive your body. You should be the one to make sure that your body has what it needs. Why people are going to the doctors and industry to try to fix their individual issues, and they can't know your individual issues. If you've never had a blood test that checked vitamin deficiencies, you got no idea, and your doctor has no idea. How would they get that data without a blood test? I probably did. Yeah. What up, Gene? Yeah. All right, let's see. What a wackadoo. What a wackadoo. What do we do, wackadoo? Americans can be wrong. Yes, they can. Absolutely, they can be. Absolutely, they can be. Right, but the thing is, it's like them saying, like, what's the possible benefits and what's the possible harm? That's what you got to look at.
Possible benefit and possible harm. I have lab schedule based on symptoms, and they keep asking. Peppermint. Trump games the argument we can reverse deforestation and habitat loss, so no concern is needed. Well, what's the point? Because of permanent damage. Right. It's not like it's like, okay, you've got $100,000, okay, and taking a vitamin costs $100,000. So don't do that, because you can spend the $100,000 somewhere else, because vitamin deficiency is reversible. So just don't do it. But the thing is, it doesn't cost $100,000. It costs pennies, and it can make your life better. Anyone can be wrong. I'm usually a hermit, but I don't touch grass. But with my garden, I've been a couple of sunburns so far. Right. That's what I really like about it too. And the thing is, when you start seeing like the garden grow, and the flowering and fruiting and vegetation growth, it's great. It's almost, they almost become like pets. And then so you want to like see what's going on. You want to make sure nobody's hurting them. Yeah. What up, Tara? Tara. And the birds getting the... Yeah, and that's a really good thing. And one of the big reasons for cholesterol being so high is because people don't get UV light. UV light cleaves cholesterol in your skin and converts it to vitamin D3. And most people, and if you wear sunscreen and things like that reflect UV light to keep you from getting sunburn, unfortunately, it's moderation. You want to get enough sun every day to not get burnt, but to get the vitamin D, and that will lower blood cholesterol better than taking. But if you just sit inside all the time, then you end up getting on pills. The problem is that the brain is cholesterol. The brain uses and is cholesterol, and we're finding out in the past 2 years that cholesterol-lowering drugs may be a cause for some dementia and Alzheimer's, because your brain is a big hunk of cholesterol-y wackadoo, and when you reduce cholesterol, you reduce it out of your brain too. No need to be frustrated, Rich. Don't be upset. People saying you're wrong. Okay, brother. If someone gave me something that has no side effects proven, costs nothing, has a slight chance of making my health better, I'm taking it. Yeah, I agree. Never play poker or smoke marijuana around cows. Stakes are too high. Dun, 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 dun. Nobody's deficient in cholesterol. Well, that's not true. So what they're saying is that the cholesterol lowering drugs also they don't just remove it out of your blood, they remove the cholesterol out of your brain, which can cause brain instability, structural instability, can cause holes in the brain. My dad takes cholesterol meds, so I ended up getting Parkinson's. Yep, there you go. Yeah, that happens a lot. It's one of the, so heart disease being one of the highest killers in America. So the pharmaceutical way to stop heart disease is by lowering people's cholesterol. But then again, one of the big things now is that cholesterol and the calcium in your blood hardens the arteries so that the cholesterol can stick to the arteries rather than just sliding through and being digested, so to speak. So what happens is vitamin K2, you can usually tell if you've got tooth plaque, you've got brain plaque, you've got arterial plaque. So that can be low vitamin K2. So by taking vitamin K2, particularly the MK7 variant, can remove that from the artery walls, reducing arterial stiffness. Statins, the miracle cholesterol lowering drugs, is competitive inhibitor of cholesterol metabolism, right? Yep. Jen shot my grandma smoked her entire life and she lived to 98. Correlation is not causation. Right. So it's not that, right? But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. All right, and I'm not saying it's a cure. I'm saying it makes the symptoms less. So why not make the symptoms less? So the point being, you only use vitamins and minerals in your body. Like what your body uses, you get from your food. If you're having an issue in your body, make sure that those are taken care of first. Make sure you're getting the proper amounts of the vitamins and minerals, and see what happens. Then you can go and you can say, hey, this is all taken care of. I'm taking all these proper vitamins and minerals, and this is the issues I have. Then you can get something for those symptoms. What up, the core, brother? Yes, but also there's a lot of people that are getting Parkinson's that didn't get it before, and if you look at the statistical correlation from from statin meds and all-cause mortality, and particularly statin meds and memory and brain health. So Parkinson's, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. Absolutely, we rarely need the absolute thing. We're working good enough thing, right? Healthy living. That's right, Snow Squirrel. How you doing? Right. So the point is, learn how your body works. Learn how your body works and give it what it needs. If you have an issue, oh man, there's a bird. Oh, okay, he just left. He was swimming, playing around in the sprinkler. And do you know why? Do you know why that is? Why don't you look into why that is? Why don't you look into why that is? Why don't you look into how nicotine is neuroprotective? So you have cancers and problems in the rest of your body, but you get less Parkinson's from nicotine, right? So you're still not breaking it down far enough. You're not asking why. You're asking other people to do that, and I've done that. Right. So why? So if we know smoking is bad and we know smoking can help people get from getting Parkinson's, how about we break that down to find out what in cigarette smoke is keeping people's brains protected and what's causing bad things, and then figure out a way to not take the bad stuff and take the good stuff. Jeez Louise. I want to know who's paying this tab, paying the tab. Oh, I work all the trolls. I want to work about the bills. I wouldn't even be here because it's setting my life up for a farmstead bunker. What's your take on two? You should stay away from them. Yeah, my chickens don't have nothing. Yeah. I got them as hatchlings. They were 1 day old. Yeah, they don't I don't do nothing to them. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was wackadoo. I didn't say it was nicotine. I said, why don't we find out what it is? That's what I said, you wackadoodle. Little blinker. Yeah, so right. So that's my point is, why aren't they? If you just found evidence, data showing that cigarette smoke reduces Parkinson's, why don't we find out what it is? Why don't we find that out? Why didn't they say, oh, okay, bam, we found this correlation. Why don't we find out what it is? And why aren't they doing that? No, I don't smoke. I'm just joking around. I saw everybody. They're so funny. Thank you, Gene. Sjogren's disease is what test I should ask for. Jeez, brother. So as with everything, Ben, you should make sure to have a vitamin and mineral profile done. Make sure. If your body isn't absorbing a vitamin or mineral from your diet, you want to make sure to get that fixed. Do eggs and chicken and grocery? Yeah, in America they do, yeah. Wackadoo. Yes, Soda, I remember you. Yes, how you doing? I think it might be pesticides, microplastics. Yeah. I mean, I think that may be correct. I think that may be correct, but then again, I can't find a lot of data on why that is. But big thing about pesticides is and people talk about smoking weed and drinking beer. 19 of the 20 most popular beers in America have tested positive for just one particular herbicide, glyphosate. Did get Holy Grail where I sent someone and say Kent, and they said, where did you call me? Wait a second, what? Did get the Holy Grail where I asked someone, is where are they from? They say Kent, and I say, what did you call me? Nobody gets to that. Chickens are fed probiotics, not antibiotics. Yeah, that's good. Nicotine is not neuroprotective. I never said it was, wackadoodle. I never said it was. I didn't say nicotine. You said that. The older I get, the more history of toxicity I accumulate in my lifetime. Right. Absolutely right. That's why fat's an organ. It's not just clumps of stuff. Fat is an organ. So your fat acts as an energy store, but it also holds toxins. So if you're not burning and replacing your fat, moving the toxins out and getting fresher fat in, and that can be a reason for long-term disease. You have two choices: being removed or being destroyed. The urine thing was so funny. Thank you, brother. Yes, that's why fasting is so good for a lot of people. I just said we should find out what. I didn't say nicotine. You brought that up. You said cigarettes reduces Parkinson's, and I said we should find out what it is in nicotine, or what it is in cigarettes, not nicotine. I said we should find out what it is that's neuroprotective and remove it. Look, this is being recorded, brother. We can go back and my own chickens don't get antibiotics if you have the room chicken tray. I have 8. Yeah, I have 8 hens. Yes, yes. So look, so I've got a lot of plants. Right, they'll destroy your grass. Right, a lot of people don't. So I've got all these freaking plants, and the chickens used to run free, but so now, in order to protect them and all my plants. So I have this here. This is called pepper fence, capsaicin fence. So this plastic has capsaicin spice impregnated in it. So if chickens can't taste spice, so they don't get bothered by it. But if anything else tries to chew through it to get to the chickens, they'll get a very spicy reaction. Yeah, it is. Yes, yeah, yes, the core. So skinny fat is different kind of obesity or just obesity. Skinny fat. So GLP-1 was discovered in like 1987, 1988. So they knew the people that were making the GLP-1 medications knew that they wanted to create as much of a market for it as possible. So the whole body positivity thing came out to make people feel okay getting fat. Then they come out with this $1,000 a month injection to help you get skinny. So they created an ecosystem where people were all right getting obese, and then they said, hey, here, now you don't have to be obese anymore, and now look, it's killing you. Hey, chickens. Yeah, it's not obesity necessarily. Your chickens look great. Thank you, brother. Like, subscribe, and share. Consider your payment, help develop your payment, PayPal on our 10th grade, bro. Dad, bro. Tell me, what is your hair routine? Okay, so what I don't do is I don't use shampoo or conditioner. I just use, so the water we have here is chlorinated. So I just use the chlorinated water. I mean, it's all you need. It's chlor. Why do they put chlorine in the water, right? What, to keep the water clean, right? Right? So just use the chlorinated water, and then your hair doesn't get all of that other wackadoo. Fat is bad in current society. Food is abundant. Yep. You're definitely not eating enough. Yeah. So this is the thing. You need to, your body digests what you eat, and then basically says, I didn't get enough of these vitamins or minerals. It makes you hungry again so that it can try to get it again. So the less nutrient dense your food is, the more you get, the more hungry you are. I know no one is listening anyway. What happened? I don't think it posted, Lamb. I didn't see you post anything. Oh, hold on, here it is. Gonna have a couple down in my local pub. Catch you at 9. All right, brother. I know no one's listening anyway. Don't care. Don't care. All right, so let's move this over here. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let's move this over here. Oh, there goes my glasses. Oops. Don Quixote. Okay, there we go. All right. We'll move this guy over here. I saw it now. I was distracted, bro, trying to catch you at 9. Set notifications. He'll be on here, brother. But yeah. Thank you, Squirrel. Thank you. I got a couple of greenhouses too. And that's all. Now that it's summer here, or spring, whatever you want to call it. I got everything outside of the greenhouses. There you go. Now we'll move it over a little further. There we go. Carol the speech bot, fuzzy lumpkins. All right, hold on. You said before your local grocery store fruits and vegetables are toxic hair grenades. So the problem is you need to make sure that you get vine ripened stuff. Things that are picked before they're ripe are artificially ripened a lot of the times, so they don't have the same vitamin and mineral profile. Okay, let's see. There we go. Let's see if this does it. All right. All right, that should do it. Let me see if I can move this down. There we go. Honeybee just
Better safe than sorry.
Hey, Honeybee.
It
Hey, what's
infuriates
up,
me that my
hypocrisy?
taxes go towards minorities.
Thank you.
Trump gaming some smokers do live longer. There is genetic reason for that.
What?
I asked AI to cite me the medical consensus and it told me that altogether there is no strong evidence. I asked AI.
There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. What's going on, hypocrisy?
All good.
I was an IG watching reels in the bullet.
Dude, just saying hi. Going tell a friend to check out your channel 24.
Hey, what's up, Blue Sky? Welcome back. How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get to 2,500 subs. I think we just lost one, so I need a replacement for Trump gaming. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. What a beautiful day. All right, let's get this water turned on here. Let me move my tripod and whatnot. What you doing, girls? Huh? What you doing? Huh? Got an itch? Good sky above? Yeah.
Good sky above.
Yeah, it's beautiful today. It's beautiful today. Yeah.
Real pretty there.
Thank you.
If anyone has time, sub to Lovely Lamb Lunch.
Yes, Lovely Lamb Lunch will be on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in America.
Camaraderie is nice depending on the company.
I agree. All right, let's get that out of the way.
I can spend time watching it whole day.
Hey.
I have a feeling you were weird as a kid.
Me? I was very weird, yeah. Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I think I'm still weird as an adult. But weird.
EST especially.
Okay. All right, let's move this out of the way.
We were all weird as kids.
Look at my big old freaking palm trees. Okay.
If it happened to be after lunch, we must study you for science. I was weirder. Sir, come to the lab.
Sir, come to the lab. All right, so they're moved now. All right, let's get these guys watered. All right. Look at this freaking beautiful thing. Look at that. Look at these. They look like very little orchids.
Nice backyard. You ever take chance with bamboo? I saw a documentary about Nebraska beautiful land.
So the banana takes over. Like
everything is after lunch law.
All of these banana popped up from this one banana from last year. Bamboo would go way crazier. I got onion, garlic, onion. Okay.
Damn, how do you have so much land?
It was cheap back in the day. It was cheap 16 years ago. And almost 2 acres, 1.7.
I was semi-cool. I had a full beard at 16, so everyone invited me to parties. BC, I unlocked the beer achievement. Did you pray at the Western Wall for this?
No, I didn't. Oh, no, what did I break? Oh, I broke it again. Hold on. The Western Wall. All right, manual on. Okay, we'll go to 15 minutes.
He's got more land than Putin.
All right, so 1's on, and then let's go to 2. All right, 2 goes to 15 minutes. Okay, so now 1 and 2's on. All right, there we go. Actually, I probably don't need to do that.
Your cat doesn't he follow you? Face blue, white eyes, face blue, white eyes, face blue, white eyes.
My cat's probably still inside. Oh, I don't need to water that far out now. Let's change this. All right.
Don't disrespect my goat Putin like that. Putin don't got SHT. Putin is a grimy crook.
Ouch. All right, so there we go. Let's see if that goes, how far that goes. All right, stop. Perfect. Almost perfect. We'll move it forward just a little bit more. All right, let's see how far back that goes now. Got the roses, get some freaking watering. Hopefully it stops here. Let's see. Yep, there we go. That'll do it. That's my freaking chick mobile right there, boy. Yeah. Don't disrespect Putin like that. All right, let's see. Where are we at? All right, so this needs water. So let's turn this one on. So this is just going to be.
My cat is a quiet loser who keeps attacking my feet.
Yeah, I get one of them. I got one of them too. So this is going to go to number 1. So we're going to go to zone 1. Zone 1 for 15 minutes. Oops. There we go. Close enough. Zone 1 on. Click. There we go. All right.
My Ukrainian brothers and sisters will win through to absolute victory. Oh, your cat learned from Garfield, probably face blue smiling, eat, sleep, repeat.
Eat, sleep,
What
repeat.
the hell are you even doing?
Watering. Those are timers for the timers for the freaking stop. Woo!
Then go fight for them, Anthony.
No. It's for my sprinklers. Jeez. There we go. All right, that should stay in there now. There we go. Yeah, the timers for the sprinkler. Yeah, in my face. They got me.
In your face. Garfield loving lasagna.
Yeah, that's right. Papa Rompy.
I tried.
Garfield's a fan. All right, that stays in there now. Okay, good. All right, so my I've got this area. Well, let's let the cat out first. Who let the cat out of the bag? Who let the cat out of the
Free
bag?
Israel.
Israel. Laban, are you sleeping? Oh, he's sleeping. Look at this. He says, screw that. Look at this cat.
Get the hell out, yo boy. Love that whole Garfield saga.
You can just stay. It's freedom of speech. All right, let's see. Now what was I doing? What were we doing next? I forgot. Oh, we need to collect the eggs too. We need to collect the eggs. All right, so the cat's in the cradle.
One of the best YouTube-y things.
YouTube-y.
Fuzzy folks are the best.
Yeah, they're nice. All right, so let's grab this here. So these are my eggs. This is just from the past few days. All right, so I got a basket now. We'll go get the freaking dare eggs. Yeah, so sometimes
Thought you already collected from those clucking bitches.
I moved the
He
eggs.
smart land, yes, he got tired of listening to his neighbor's bathroom window fart noise. 1212 I am singing here.
You're singing the bathroom fart noises? All right, let's do this. So I had a wet spot in my yard. So me and my father dug down until we hit bedrock. Dug our own well. So I get the water. I don't want to leave the water
Sometimes they
on
can
too
scratch you pretty well.
Yeah.
Foul business.
Foul business. All right, let's see if anybody's in there. Oh, there's a black one again. Jeez. Wow, the black one came back in already.
Roosters are mean bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, this one thinks it's.
Are you a leg or a breast guy?
Wow, look.
You did not hit bedrock. Bedrock's all the way down. I played Minecraft. God damn it. I like it all.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we got 6 eggs today.
WILLLLLLLMAAAAA.
Wilma!
Say thanks to them.
Thank you, chicken. Chicken in the morning. All right, let's see. All right, so let's get these inside. So I'll show you the well here. Well, let's put these in real quick. And I'll show you how I get all the water here.
She is not happy, I think.
So you see that little blue thing right there? That's the head for
Rhode
it.
Island Reds are the best, but you got some good ones.
Yeah, they're good.
Don't he put them in one basket?
Don't he? Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
The whole cluckin' cluckers nom 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 yum.
Nom nom. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Okay, subscribe. We're trying to get to 25. Okay, so thing's full. So I need to make a dozen for my neighbors. All right. So you grab from the bottom. Look at that small one. Look at that.
The bantam of the opera.
Bantam. So you grab from the bottom, and then they roll down. So you just keep grabbing from the bottom, and you get the oldest eggs first.
Sorry, I am trying out your audio voice. Very
That's
cool.
no problem. That's no problem. That's no problem, Blue Sky.
Neighbors don't deserve rich.
No, they don't. Yeah, they're pretty good though. They when I need it, they help. Okay, so here you go. So I don't know if it's hard to see, but you see a little dip in the yard right here. So this was always wet. This little dip right here, and then so we dug down till we hit rock, about 17 feet, and then we pumped the water to these over here.
Don T say cluck.
What the cluck are you talking about? All right, so then there's 2 pumps here, 2 pump jump. All right, so the bottom pump, the top pump pulls the water out of the well and moves it into these 4 tanks right here.
Clucking hell.
All right,
a good neighborhood is boon.
This pump here goes over to this water manifold, and it puts pressure on all the hoses, and then it just pulls the water out of these guys. Nice. All right, so let's do this next.
Hey, what was that one plant? It looked like coca leaves.
I don't think so. This? Nope. ... Okay, so then this is my hoop house.
I give 0 clucks.
0 clucks. I had a friend of mine, didn't have any chickens. He gave 0 clucks. All right, let's see. So this right here is from a neighbor that threw away their pool cover. And they threw away their, because they were getting rid of their pool and the chain link fence around their pool. I took the poles from the chain link fence and I took the pool cover and I built that. And this is from old PVC pipes bent over into a hoop. It's called a hoop house. Looks like it got a little bit of impact right here, but it's pretty good. Oh, I guess that was left on. There we go.
You ever smoke weed? Okay, I am off to the
Not
pub
anymore.
for one with my IRL mates.
All right, Brother Lamb, I'll see you at 9 p.m.
Who started the fire? Cluckin' propagates the species. Cluckin' makes the world go round. BC, it has always been burning since the world's been
Since the
turning.
world's been turning. Uh-oh. We didn't start. Oh, check these out. Man, boy. Do you get the point? Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Cluck off.
Cluck off. B12.
B12. That's right. Into my hair. All right, beautiful. All right. So we got everything's getting watered.
We didn't start the fire.
That's right. It's been always burning since the world's been turning. Jimmy Carter up in there. What else do I have to say?
Be lucky. What is the band's name? Hungry like the wolf.
Hungry like the Duran Duran.
Up against a tough shed.
Oh, jeez. Up against a tough shed. I got some greenhouses.
Yes, nice. Aha.
Thank you. Aha was another good band. Well, at least they have more than one hit wonder. Yeah, so this hand built. I put out where I put the wire where it would bend around, and where it was sharp, I just covered it with a piece of
my daddy?
burning strip. No, not your daddy.
Dad, why do you leave? Jackass.
Because your mom couldn't handle the chicken.
Do you grow for yourself?
Food, yeah. absolutely. Uh-oh, what I break? Okay, there we go. Yeah, food I absolutely grow myself. 78 degrees, 48% humidity. I see you.
That essay plenty of space.
Yeah, we
FFS, remember the sun always shines on TV. One hit wonders FFS.
Yep. Sun always shines on TV. What you doing, girls?
Duran, after I read it back, it came to me I waste 0.00045 watts of electricity typing that I shall slap myself.
He's a self-slapper. Uh-oh. The weather report. Okay. So check. So a lot of this stuff, most of this stuff, just regrows, right? Like it's what is it called? Not perennial, annual. It's perennial. Perennial? Yeah, perennial. No, annual. I can't remember the difference. But yeah, so like all this stuff, like you only got to plant it once. Like all this stuff, like it just flowers and grows. Like every once in a while, it only takes about an hour of actual work to handle all this, like a week. You know, like if it rains, you don't have to do anything with the sprinklers. But look at this freaking sky.
Living Daylight, one of the best Bond tunes. Aha.
The best bong tunes. Here's our little freaking wackadoo. Oop, that's me. There you go. We didn't start the fire. It's been always burning. Oh wow, look at these freaking purple. So these little buds. See
Why does scammed from Bangladesh now AB insurance? Living Daylights. Elvis is alive.
Elvis, he's living in my backyard. Dang it, there we go. Quality song. All right, let's see this again. Boom, boom. Karoom.
Quality song.
Quality song. All right, so that's everything that I can think of now. All right.
You have some vantage points if apocalypse hits.
Absolutely. And let's just say if the internet stays up, I'll still be able to live stream. Because you know what's amazing if you think about like if you were
Mutant did view to a full another Bond Banj 4. Elvis was in defeat.
in defeat. Oh, hold on, what happened? Bam.
Slurp.
Top messages, all messages. There we go. Slurp. Yeah, look at that freaking sky, boy. Look at that sky. Look at that sky. There we go. Oh, okay, hold on. I didn't realize. There we go. All right, there we go. They should say. They say what?
They say you should grid the floor 2 feet around chicken coops for digging animals like raccoons. During view to a kill. No wonder he was so good at dancing. That's a swimming turtle sky. I asked my girlfriend if I can go spelunking tonight. She said as long as I don't mind her playing with my bum talk about a backfire. Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky. All right, check it out. Blue Sky. Here you go. Mrs. Blue Sky. All right, ready? So here you go. So you'll be able to see it. So this is all dug down 2 feet, concrete blocks.
In apocalypse era, the sky must be dark.
Okay, so it's concrete blocks. It goes down 2 feet, 18 inches actually.
What is spelunking? Please tell me why.
Spelunking is cave diving. So things that dig under it. Please tell me why.
Just started watching NHL 3 days ago, beginning my view journey from 70s NHL.
There you go. So did you see I started playing Gersher? I started playing.
Oh, seems like a fair trade to me.
House Flipper.
Hideaway for SOOOONOINNG. May your blessings be abundant and lifelong rich.
Bam, thank you.
Show us the graves. Back out WWWWK.
Yeah, so this way, any digging animals, if they dig under the ground, they're gonna hit stone. They're gonna hit.
Cave diving also slang for other activities.
Right, cave diving. Look how good my nails. I mean, not the dirt, but look how good they're shaped.
Richard knows where the bodies are buried. They said in TGE Dark Ages was actually dark for hundreds of years.
Look how good that's.
I am so confused.
You'll get it when you're older. All right, let's see. They said Dark Ages were actually dark for hundreds of years.
What else could it be digging for boogers, digging for crap in your ass?
How would the plants grow unless it was during the Ice Age?
Enough Catra. Freaking wackadoo.
I should know you got it done right. Good job.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, if you're going, so there. Wow, I'm just shut.
I am trying to figure it out.
It's all right. It's all right. We already told you what it was.
Current KY I love Bobby Clark from NHL and Brad Park.
Brad Park. Now I forgot what I was talking about. All right, right. So there's also a way you can make a. It's called a movable chicken coop. So you can take an area like of your grass, and you could build like a say 4 foot by 8 foot box that has no floor in the bottom. So they have
Current
access.
KY I love Bobby Clark from NHL and Brad Park.
You mentioned that.
Current KY I love
You mentioned
Bobby
that, too.
Clark from NHL and Brad Park.
You mentioned that.
Okay, I have just been dropped off at my house off out to pub, but I've found a dry ice machine for later.
So you then you
These
stick it here.
allergies, tear duct, sun sensitivity.
You stick it here for
Poor
a day.
gerbils, why are Germans so cruel?
And you stick it here for a
You
day,
should
and then
use
you
all
roll
your
it
farts
over.
before you get inside.
It's got wheels on it. It's got wheels on it. So you keep it here for a day, and they can pick out all the bugs and whatnot. Then you roll it over here for a day, and they pick out, and then you roll it back over here, and you just keep going back and forth. Or you can keep moving down and back, depends on how much. And they have very, very huge ones also that do that. They have very. Of course it is, Catra. You already knew it was. That's why you said it was fair. Wackadoo.
Okay, can I just ask if it is dirty or not? I don't old like. Okay, just making sure, thanks.
Just making sure. I gotta check that one off my list. All right. Okay, we got the air conditioning going on here now. Woo! Oh man, look at this freaking temperature. So I'm painting. So I got the wackadoos down. It's a freaking 20 foot.
No, I literally thought he meant actual cave diving. I am being dead serious, Rich.
Okay.
Spreading the chicken manure also.
Right.
Peter Pan
That's
peanut
right.
butter.
So then what comes to eat the chicken turds? What comes to eat the chicken turds? The worms, right? So they fertilize the area, and they don't just eat worms, they eat grass also, right? So they fertilize that area.
Catra, I need to go mingle right now. Will you wait for Ja?
Wait for Ja. Wait for G. All right, where are we at? It's almost 3 o'clock.
Me.
All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get on the studio camera here, and let's see what the cat's doing. Look at this freaking wackadoo. Look at this freaking wackadoo.
Depends on when my dad comes to pick me up.
Look at this freaking wackadoo. Oh, hold on. That's gonna be me. Rotate. That's me. Hold on. Look at this wackadoo.
9 p.m. RST.
9 p.m. RST. Oh, sorry, cat. Sorry.
I am 6 foot 240 pounds, built like a porta-john made of brick.
Built like a
Or
porta-john.
ESP. When chickens eat soy feed now, that's a risky chicken, right?
Yes, risky chickens. Yes, yeah. They're not meant to eat all that stuff, man.
EST.
Listen, they can eat a little bit of everything, but you shouldn't just be freaking pounding wackadoo to them. Like I've got non-GMO food.
Ain't he no way I am good for spelunking.
Spelunking. All right, so this is what we'll do. 2 more minutes till 3 o'clock, so we'll take a break then. And then 3:30, I'll be back on from the studio.
Okay, we now want to see a goat lawnmower.
Yeah, if I had a fenced-in yard, the only thing I don't want to put a goat on a chain, right? So if I had a yard like a fenced-in yard, I would have goats.
Much love you, clicks. Lamb is
yeah.
better.
Hit the like
Shakira.
button. Shakira. And make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the freaking
Can the Matrix
jingle bell.
also viewed as factory farming?
Yep, you can consider that factory farming. What a freaking wackadoo thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Poor people. All right, we're off like a prom dress. All right, I'll be back in about a half hour. Like, subscribe, share with your best friends, and we'll make the world a better place. All right, love you all. I'll see you guys back in a little bit. Bye-bye.
Wait for 30 likes.
Okay, where am I at? 28? Okay, all right. All right, I need 30 likes.
Crap.
I need 2 more likes. Let's see.
Prom dress is crazy.
Off like a... I didn't realize I said that. All right, now we'll see. Who didn't hit the like button yet? We missing 2? Triple tap the screen.
One more. Okay, like.
All right, I guess we gotta wait.
Richard Ohm.
Yeah, sorry, it just happens sometimes. It just happens sometimes.
Hit that like button, PLs.
PLs, peoples, please hit the like button, please. It says 28 on my side, but I don't know how many people hit the down button either. But it has an option also to disable that, so people can't see the number of likes. I wonder if that's like psychological. I'm sure it is. You know, because if everybody thinks they're the first like, then they'll hit the button. You know, that's probably a good idea. You're all out.
I am all out of.
All right, it's 3 o'clock now. We'll get 30 likes on the next stream. We'll get 32.
ILL log on to my only alt in like 60 seconds.
All right, I'll wait.
Off like a prom dress lol ILL be saying wedding dress cause I'd rather not insinuate someone in high school, but I am using that phrase
There
lol.
you go. I'm off like a wedding
New
dress.
phrase added to vocab. I still remember whenever, wherever. No guy SSSSS one more.
Okay, one more. Who hasn't liked yet? All right, we'll wait a minute. Yeah, let's do this. We'll let the cat get the next likes.
Hey, I am going golfing, bro. Have you before?
Yes, I used to go golfing a lot. I had buddies that were
Shakira.
I used to have
Whenever,
buddies
wherever,
that would go.
something together, RR.
Come on, cat. Give me some likes. One more like, baby. One more like. Meow.
MMEEWOOWWWW like for the cat.
Like. Come on, kitty cat. Get us one more like so I can take a break.
Hi, I am back at S Gene the mean team woo let us get it.
Hey, John.
Magical viewer and like spell.
Get us a 30.
It S me John. Lazy cat. Yeah.
The muffin man. Hey, there we go. We went. Oh, sorry, cat. Sorry, cat. Sorry. All right, we made it to 30. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. All right, I'll see you back in about 30 minutes. All right, love y'all. Yeah, it worked. I got a 31.
It worked. Holy crap, guys.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Woohoo.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.